Hi here, Finn's here. I'm back for another video today, and today I'm talking about Britain's Got Talent, the semi-finals, the first one in fact. Now I'm going to be talking about that. So Britain's Got Talent, the first semi-final took place last night. Now, the live shows. Now, 40 acts will compete this week in 5 semi-finals, 8 each night, and whoever gets the most votes from the public goes through, and whoever gets the most votes from the judges will also go through as well. Whoever wins the judges' vote as well, the second and third highest votes from the public, the judge will decide which other act will go through to Sunday's grand final, and that will mean there will be at least 10 acts in the grand final. And last night the first 8 performed their acts, and 2 went through and 6 went home. Before I get into it though, now you probably would expect me to talk about much more about Britain's Got Talent this year. You may expect me to talk about a whole series of Britain's Got Talent, but the reasons why I haven't reviewed a whole series of Britain's Got Talent is, firstly, well, the first thing is because I actually prefer the live shows of Britain's Got Talent than the auditions. For me, I just feel like now the auditions are like a bit predictable in a way, because the judges do say like yes to 90% of the acts they see. So, you know, it does get quite frustrating when you see a really bad act and then they go through to the next round. So for me, it's kind of frustrating when they don't use their buzzers and they go through to the next round when you know clearly they have got no chance whatsoever to win the show. Yeah. But for me, and I just prefer the live shows anyway, because a lot of things do happen and I like live TV. So, yeah. And another reason why I haven't reviewed the whole series of BGT is because, sorry, I've been busy. I've been really reviewing Eurovision instead. And also I've just come back from holiday. And now I've come back to, it's quite rainy, wet outside, it's been thunder and lightning. But yeah, let's get into the video about Britain's Got Talent. So the first semi-final got through. Who won the public vote? Who got the most votes from the public was the Lost Voice guy. He's a true inspiration. I really like him. He speaks through his computer. I think that is really inspirational. Like, an actor like that to be on Britain's Got Talent. I think he could be a dark horse, the Lost Voice guy. I really do think he could be at least top 3. He could win it. It just depends on the running order in the grand final. And the D-Day Darlings also got through. Now, before the show, I didn't really expect much of the D-Day Darlings. It's not really kind of my sort of music they sing. But they were the last act to go on stage to perform, which gave them a good advantage. And also, they did quite something special on stage. They brought in World War II veterans on the stage, and I think that what really helped them to get through. So they got the votes from the judges. I think they got the second highest amount of votes from the public, and I think they did, and the judges sent them through. And so those were the 2 acts. I predicted those 2 would get through, and I'm so glad I was right. So yes, those were the 2 acts that got through to Sunday's grand final. There were unfortunately 6 acts that didn't. These were well, let's go through them. These were the 6 acts that didn't get through. Alicia's Golden Buzzer act didn't get through. Shillingford, I'm not good with names, sorry. I just think he's a very good singer. I know there's a bit of controversy because they apparently Alicia and Alicia and Lifford know each other before the audition, so probably didn't help with votes. He's a very good singer. I admire his story, but this song last night, I think he could have chosen a better song to sing, unfortunately. And he was the second act to perform, which probably didn't help either. Being so early on in the running order probably did not help. Because I don't think it's in a way, I don't think most of the acts really look forward to performing first. Because if you perform first, because if you are the first act to perform, after the act finishes, you've got an hour and like 15 minutes until the phone lines open, and most people might forget that act that performed first. So I don't think it's always. They don't usually go through the first acts to perform on the night, go through to the next round. It's a kind of a shame, really, because there are like good acts, and I'll be talking about that a little later on. But let's get back to Lifford. They didn't get through. Yeah, I think for me, I think what Britain's Got Talent should do is what the X Factor does. Like, they should mentor these the judges who should mentor their Golden Buzzer act like they would do on the X Factor, because there has never been, well, on the British version of Got Talent, there's never been a Golden Buzzer act that's won the show yet. So for me, I think they should like mentor it. The judges should mentor their Golden Buzzer act a bit more, or I should do. Who else? Matt Johnson. He was the one who locked himself in water. For me, it's very talented. He's a very talented guy, but I don't see that as entertainment, and I don't think the royal family would approve of that. I mean, I'm sorry, but really, would the royal family really want to see someone die? Apparently, they just thought it was funny. Like, how is it funny? Somebody dying, the paramedic coming on stage, the clock turning red. It's just not something I would really want. I mean, it's very good TV, and he's a very talented guy, but I just don't think that's the kind of action win Britain's Got Talent, unfortunately. No. Ellie and Jackie, I think the name. Oh, they were the costume change. I prefer their first audition to their live audition, unfortunately. Yeah, it was, and they got buzzed by Simon, which wasn't a good sign for them. I did feel quite sorry for them. It's just probably not. They are very talented from South Korea. But for me, they could have done better than that, unfortunately for them. Shamir Reyes. Oh, I'm not good with names. He's the dancer. I also preferred his first audition to the live show, but the staging looked quite good. The lasers, the blue lasers, they were kind of distracting, but they were still very good. And he's a very good dancer as well, but I unfortunately preferred his first audition. Now, Cali Swing was the first act to perform, and the audience really went wild for them. Everybody loved them, but I think they didn't get through, and I feel, and when it was announced that they didn't get through, there were boos from the audience. So, and I can see why they didn't get through, mainly because they were the first one on, and after we didn't see the judges' feedback because, unfortunately, due to the hot weather overheating the system, like yesterday, obviously not today, but there was a technical difficulties. Britain's Got Talent was off air for 15 minutes, so we didn't see the judges' feedback, unfortunately. And I think that's maybe turned off some viewers, unfortunately, which is a shame because they were really good, but obviously it was never going to be easy being the first ones on. So yeah, sad they didn't get through, but somebody had to perform first, unfortunately, and it was them. Maybe if they were later in the running order, maybe they could have had a better chance of going through qualifying. Yeah, and finally it was Maddox. I think he got the third highest votes from the public, I think. He's a very good magician. Yeah, obviously we've seen loads and loads of magicians, especially this year and the year last year and the year before that and the year before that. There have been so many magicians on the show. It's getting a bit repetitive for me. Like, they do the same kind of thing. I like the trick where he let Deck and somebody else hold like a woman up in midair and Deck let go and she was like floating in midair. I thought that was very clever. So that was really the main thing from that act that we remember. But he's a good magician. But yeah. So that was the first semi-final that happened. So it was the Lost Voice guy and the D-Day Darlings that got through. I actually predicted those two would get through after I saw the end of the first show, just before the results. Happy those two got through. Yes. I'm not sure who's going to be on tonight, but I think it's David Walliams Gone Buzzer. Oh, I really love him. I think he's great. I really do. Oh, Wiggle and Wind Your Body or something. I think it's great. I would love to see him in the grand final, but I don't think it's going to happen because I think there might be better acts tonight than him and the David's Golden Buzzer act. I would love to see him in the final, but I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. More news about Deck. I think he did a really good job presenting solo on Britain's Got Talent last night. It wasn't easy. The judges did make a lot of fun about it, but you know what? He did a really good job. It's probably not easy presenting on his own to present it with somebody else for like 25 years or something. So, yeah, well done to him to present the whole show. So yeah, that was the first semi-final of Britain's Got Talent. I really enjoyed last night. It's good to see the semi-finals back because I prefer them to the auditions. Can't wait for tonight and the rest of the week. I really hope the talent gets better the week as the days go on. And yes, comment down below if you watched Britain's Got Talent and if you're happy with the acts that got through, if you were a bit disappointed about the acts that... if you were like not happy with the acts that got through or preferred another act to go through instead or were shocked by the result, leave a comment down below. And also, please subscribe if you want. And that is it. I will see you very soon for another video. Goodbye.